Hello, once again. Thank you for tuning in. You are tuned into Esoteric Guidance. My name is Nehru, and we are on to more of the second book of Enoch, which is considered the secrets of, or the book of secrets. Okay? So thank you so much again, Soul Tribe Collective, for tuning in. Subscribers, new listeners, returning listeners, thank you so much. We are at 207 subscribers. Again, I don't always get name notifications, but thank you so much for being a part of the channel and welcome into the Soul Tribe Collective on this platform. So we are going to pick up, I'll reread chapter 32, and then we'll go on to chapter 33. And yeah, okay. So again, good morning to you. Feeling very joyous, very rejoicive, if that's a word. Looked up the angel number 916, and it showed the end of a love cycle, which again, if something ends, that means it's making way for new beginnings. Okay? So no one can sit, and although people try through affairs. If someone is sitting in that seat, a husband, a spouse, or another committed relationship, no one else can come in and sit in that seat. That individual has to be removed from that seat in order for that seat to be made available to someone else. If someone comes up to you and says, "Excuse me, is this seat taken?" Esoterically, if you are in a relationship, you would have to honestly, if you're honest with yourself and not a douchebag, okay? You'd have to be honest with yourself and say, yes, this seat is taken. I'm sorry. I'm in a committed relationship. I'm married, whatever. People try to have another person sit on that other person's lap and stack them on top of each other. Okay, it doesn't work that way. Okay? It doesn't work that way. So, 916 angel number. Okay? And that might resonate with you in any way. You might be September 16th birthday, or 916 resonates with you for some other reason. Okay? So we are picking up again, second book of Enoch. Thank you so much again for tuning in. I said to him, Earth, you are, and unto the earth whence I took you, you shall go. And I will not ruin you, but send you whence I took you. Then I can again receive you at my second presence. And I blessed all my creatures, visible, physical, and invisible, spiritual. So there are spiritual creatures that are not visible, and physical creatures that are. And Adam was 5.5 hours in paradise. And I blessed the seventh day with the Sabbath, on which he rested from all his works. Again, we're talking about highest divine white light, Yahweh, El Shaddai, Elohim, Aravat, Avarat. We're talking about the Creator. Okay? There was something I was thinking about this morning on my walk. About paradise. Oh, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll share it in another video. Chapter 33. And I appointed the eighth day also, that the eighth day should be the first created after my work, and that the first seven revolve in the form of the 7,000, and that at the beginning of the 8,000 there should be a time of not counting, endless, and neither years nor months nor weeks nor days nor hours. And now, Enoch, all that I have told you, all that you have understood, and all that you have seen of heavenly things. So that reminds me. So I had someone comment on This is the book of Jubilees. They said the 13th chapter, blah, blah, blah. So I number the videos in the book of Jubilees videos. I number those according to the number of the video that it is. Okay, I'm sure most of you have realized that, but some people are anal or what have you, and so that person who made that statement, okay, apparently failed to I will give them the benefit of the doubt, failed to understand what the numbering of the videos mean. It's not the chapters. Okay? I put the chapters in this section because Enoch lists chapters, whereas the book of Jubilees, they really do not, they mention chapters, but they're more like sections. They're not broken out into chapters such as this. Okay? So again, for ease of, so when you go into the playlist, you can, okay, I read 7 yesterday, I listened to 8, I listened to 12, etc. Okay, that's why I do that. It's not the chapter number. Okay, and I replied to them and stated that. The comment is still there, and it was on number 13. Okay, it was on video number 13 for Ancient of Jubilees reading. Okay. And now, Enoch, all that I have told you, all that you have understood, all that you have seen of heavenly things, all that you have seen on earth, and all that I have written in books by my great wisdom, all these things I have devised and created from the uppermost foundation to the lower and to the end, and there is no counselor nor inheritor to my creations. So they are mine and only mine, is what Highest Divine White Light is saying. I am self-eternal, not made with hands, and without change. My thought is my counselor, my wisdom and my word are made. And my eyes observe all things, how they stand here and tremble with terror. If I turn away my face, then all things will be destroyed. And apply your mind, Enoch, and know him who is speaking to you. And take thence the books which you yourself have written. And I give you Samuel and Raguel, who led you up, and the books, and go down to earth, and tell your sons all that I have told you, and all that you have seen from the lower heaven up to my throne, and all the troops. For I created all forces, and there is none that resists me, or that does not subject himself to me, for all subject themselves to my monarchy and labor for my sole rule. Give them the books of the handwriting, and they will read them, and will know me for the creation of all things, and will understand how there is no other God but me. And let them distribute the books of your handwriting, children to children, generation to generation, nations to nations. That is what we are doing here today. And again, I'm not the only one today, thankfully. There are others who are sharing these hidden texts. Okay. And I will give you, Enoch, my intercessor, the Archistrage Michael, or Archangel Michael, for the handwritings of your fathers, Adam, Seth, Enos, Canaan, Mahalalel, and Jared, your father. Chapter 34. They have rejected my commandments and my yoke. Worthless seed has come up, not fearing God, would not bow down to me, but have begun to bow down to vain gods, and denied my unity, and have laden the whole earth with untruths, offenses, abominable lecheries, namely, one with another, and all manner of other unclean wickedness, which are disgusting to relate. And therefore I will bring down a deluge upon the earth, and will destroy all men, and the whole earth will crumble together in great darkness. Behold, from their seed shall arise another generation much afterwards, but of them many will be very insatiate. He who raises that generation shall reveal to them the books of your handwriting, of your fathers, to them to whom he must point out the guardianship of the world, to the faithful men and workers of my pleasure, who do not acknowledge my name in vain. Again, he who raises that generation. So that's what we're doing here. And they shall tell another generation, and those others having read, shall be glorified thereof more than the first. Now Enoch, I give you the term of 30 days to spend in your house, and tell your sons and your household, that all may hear from my face what is told them by you, that they may read and understand how there is no other God but me, and that they may always keep my commandments, and begin to read and take in the books of your handwriting. And after 30 days I shall send my angel for you, and he will take you from earth and from your sons to me. Again, Enoch did not physically die. There was no burying. He just simply wasn't one day. And the Lord Most High called upon one of the older angels, terrible and menacing, and placed him by me, in appearance white as snow, and his hands like ice, having the appearance of great frost, and he froze my face, because I could not endure the terror of Most High, just as it is not possible to endure a stove's fire, and the sun's heat, and the frost of the air. And Most High said to me, Enoch, if your face be not frozen here, no man will be able to behold your face. So you are now a reflection of me, and if I do not do this, man will not be able to look upon you. You will not be able to dwell amongst men and share as I have given to you. And Most High said to those men who first led me up, let Enoch go down on the earth with you, and await him till the determined day. And they placed me by night on my bed, and Methuselah, his son, expecting my coming, keeping watch by day and by night at my bed, was filled with awe when he heard my coming. And I told him, let all my household come together, that I tell them everything. Chapter 29. O my children, my beloved ones, hear the abomination of your father, as much as in according to the Lord's will. Excuse me, confirmation. Burp. I've not had anything to eat today, and a little bit of water thus far. And that was pretty loud. Did I say excuse me? I think I did. If not, excuse me. I have been let come to you today and announce to you from my lips, but not from my lips, but from the Most High's lips, all that is and was, and all that is now, and all that will be till judgment day. For Most High has let me come to you. Hear therefore the words of my lips, of a man made big for you, but I am one who has seen Most High's face. Like iron made to glow from fire, it sends forth sparks and burns. You look now upon my eyes, the eyes of a man big with meaning for you, but I have seen the Lord's eyes shining like the sun rays and filling the eyes of man with awe. You see now, my children, the right hand of a man that helps you, but I have seen Most High's right hand filling heaven as he helped me. You see the compass of my work like your own, but I have seen Most High's limitless and perfect compass, which has no end. You hear the words of my lips as I heard the words of Most High, like great thunder incessantly, with hurling, of clouds. And now, my children, hear the discourses of the Father of the earth, how fearful and awful it is to come before the face of the ruler of the earth, how much more terrible and awful it is to come before the face of the ruler of heaven, the controller, judge of quick and dead, and of the heavenly troops, who can endure that endless pain. And now, my children, I know all things, for this is from the Lord's lips, and this my eyes have seen from beginning to end. I know all things, and have written all things into books, the heavens and their end, and their plenitude, and all the armies and their marchings. I have measured and described the stars, the great countless multitude of them. What man has seen their revolutions and their entrances? I'm talking about portals. For not even the angels see their number, while I have written all their names. I measured the sun's circle and measured its rays, counted the hours, I wrote down to all things that go over the earth. I have written the things that are nurtured, and all the seed sown and unsown, which the earth produces, and all plants, and every grass, and every flower, and their small smells, and their names, and the dwelling places of the clouds, and their composition, and their wings, and how they bear rain and raindrops. I have investigated things, or all things, and wrote the road of the thunder and of the lightning, and they showed me keys and their guardians, their rise and the way they go. It is let out gently in the measure of a chain, lest by a heavy chain and violence it hurl down the anger clouds and destroy all things on the earth. I wrote the treasure houses on the snow, and the storehouses of the cold and the frosty airs. I have observed the season's keyholder. He fills the clouds with them and does not exhaust the treasure houses. And I wrote the resting places of the winds, and observed and saw how their keyholders bear weighing scales and measures. First they put in one weighing scale, then the other, the weights, and let them out according to the measure cunningly over the whole earth, lest by heavy breathing they make the earth to rock. Interesting. And I measured out the whole earth and its mountains and all hills, fields, trees, stones, rivers, and all existing things. I wrote down the height from earth to the seventh heaven, and downwards to the very lowest hell. So there are levels. And the judgment place, and the very great open and weeping hell. See? And I saw how the prisoners are in pain, expecting the limitless judgment. And I wrote down all those being judged by the judge, and their judgment and sentences, and all their works. And I saw all forefathers from all time with Adam and Eve, and I sighed and broke into tears, and said of the ruin of their dishonor, woe is me for my infirmity, and for that of my forefathers, and thought in my heart, and said, blessed is the man who is not born, or who has been born, and shall not sin before Most High's face, that he come not into this place, nor bring the yoke of this place. I saw the key holders and guards of the gates of hell, standing like the great serpents, and their faces like the extinguishing lamps, and their eyes of fire, their sharp teeth. And I saw the Lord's works, and how they are right, while the works of man are some good and others bad, and in their works are known those who lie inwardly. We'll stop here. We'll stop at the end of 44. I, my children, measured and wrote out every work and every measure and every righteous judgment. As one year is more honorable than another, so is one man more honorable than another. Hallelujah. Some for great possessions, some for wisdom of heart, some for particular intellect, some for cunning, one for silence of lip, another for cleanliness, one for strength, another for comeliness, one for youth, another for sharp wit, one for shape of body, another for sensibility. Let it be heard everywhere, but there is none better than he who fears God. He shall be more glorious in time to come. Most High, with his hands having created man in the likeness of his own face, Most High made him small and great. Whoever reviles the ruler's face and abhors Most High's face has despised Most High's face, and he who vents anger on any man without injury, Most High's great anger will cut him down, i.e. Esau, or Cain. He and David, and there are others, he who spits on the face of man reproachfully will be cut down at Most High's great judgment. Blessed is the man who does not direct his heart with malice against any man, and helps the injured and condemned, and raises the broken down, and shall do charity to the needy, because on the day of the great judgment every weight, every measure, and every make weight will be as in the market. And that is to say, they are hung on scales and stand in the marketplace, and every one shall learn his own measure. According to his measure shall take his reward, or judgment okay, is what that scale, or what those scales speak of. The scales of judgment, okay? We call it the scales of justice on earth, but it's a legal system. It's not a justice system, okay? That's why injustices happen all of the time. People are incarcerated falsely. People are manipulated into false testimonies, right? All sorts of things. Brutality, police officers against others. These things are part of the legal system here in the world. Okay, not the justice system. Only Most High has a justice system. Okay. So, thank you so much. I thought there was something else that I was going to mention here. No? Okay. So thank you so much as always, Soul Tribe Collective, for listening in. Again, new subscribers, welcome in. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for being a part. Returning listeners. Again, we are at 207. And I am very thankful and grateful for each and every one of you. All right. As always, my name is Nehru. This is Esoteric Guidance, helping us become our highest, purest, truest self by sharing the unadulterated truth with us. That is not Genesis to Revelation, but that is beyond Genesis to Revelation. Okay? And so thank you so much as always, and be encouraged.